Dramatization.
After a car wreck, you may have to fight with a highly trained insurance company rep whose job is to knock your damaged claim down and out. It's a bad idea to enter the ring alone against a trained boxer, and it could be a bad idea to fight against a big insurance company by yourself. When the bell rings, Attorney Dennis Spurling will be there to fight for your rights. If you've been seriously injured in a car wreck, call me, Attorney Dennis Spurling, at 866-529-2444. That's 866-529-2444.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and these are my two adorable and handsome sons. And that is my ex-husband, Attorney Dennis Spurling. He practices personal injury law and will be more than happy to help you with claims arising from automobile accidents. He doesn't get paid unless you get paid. And as we first wives know, the more our ex-husbands get paid, the more we get paid. So let me help him help you. Call Mr. Spurling at 713-229-0770. Call my daddy.
Dramatization.
Bad drivers cause car wrecks. Not paying attention to the road, operating electronic devices, and drinking while driving can lead to serious injuries. If you've been the victim of a bad driver, a trial lawyer may be able to help you recover money to pay your medical bills, reimburse you for lost wages, and compensate you for the pain caused by your injuries. If you, your friends, or family have been injured in a car wreck, contact me, Attorney Dennis Spurling, toll free, 866-529-2444. I'm here to help.
Hi, my name is Dennis Spurling. I'm not a lawyer, but my daddy is. Yeah, if you've been hurt in a car accident, then call my daddy. No need to scream and yell like a little kid. Yeah, no yelling. My daddy will fight for your rights. Yeah, fight for your rights. If you've been involved in a car accident, call my daddy, Attorney Dennis Spurling.
Hello, I'm Attorney Dennis Spurling. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call me at 713-229-0770.
Call my daddy.
Right now, she and I are negotiating. I'm trying to get her to do some dances for me. Some of them sweet, sexy Latina booty dances. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, that's it. What is that?
right, of these men who's apparently getting their passports and they're leaving. They going elsewhere to find their wives because they can't put up with us. I'm just wondering who the hell asked them? Did we ask them? Why do they feel the need to announce their departure? We don't want to know. We don't care. In fact, we're happy for you. We'll help you pack. If you're doing that, it screams cowardly to me. But trust me, this is not an L for us. This is a W. Nobody's targeting men. Nobody's targeting black men. We're targeting misogynists. And women are finally fed up and holding men accountable. The men, as someone who has lived in other countries for a number of years, let me tell you, black men are the only one doing this. Men of all races are doing this. This practice has been going on for so long. It's only the broke black men who out here clout chasing and who think they're really doing some new shit are the ones who are talking about it. I'm gonna tell you what the real lick is. The men who can afford to go over there, put them a wife in a house, keep her over there, and still maintain back in the States. That's the lick, okay? Like I said, the only reason why this is a trend now is because all the broke boys who couldn't afford it 20, 30, 40 years ago have the money, or they think they have it.
Can we talk about the passport bros today? When you see dudes saying they got their passport and they about to go overseas to find their wife, and you see they have the initials SYSBM in their bio, which is short for Save Yourself Black Man, those dudes are tricks. These dudes have a firm understanding that they're so socially awkward and so socially inept that they need to pay to have access to coochie. Thing is, they're so broke that they can't afford the cost of women, sex workers here in the United States. So these dudes with warehouse jobs, these the type of Negroes that work on the line up there in Detroit in the car plants, they take their little 35, 40K overseas because it stretches longer.
Y'all, you know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're looking for a man, just know that the reason you can't find him, a black man specifically, is because he's in Colombia already. He's in Colombia already, y'all. So this is the first time I've come to Colombia, like post-pandemic. So like seeing it in its like true form of like what the numbers are looking like. And when I tell you that my whole flight was full of it was full of black men traveling with other black men. They come into Colombia, baby. That's why you can't find them. They're all here.
Several guys come to me and ask me how I feel about the passport bros. And at first I didn't know what they were talking about, so I had to do my little research. And after reading about it or, you know, watching a couple videos, to me, it's a few guys that's out here going to other countries and deciding they want to get a wife because the American woman or black woman, we aren't submissive and all that, blah, blah, blah. And at first I was like, ooh, okay. But then after thinking about it, I'm going to be a passport sister. Yep. I've been dating off and on for about 4 years now. And 5 years. And this shit is for the birds. So I'm going to go over there. because I don't want to be out here 10, 15, 20 years single. So I'm going to go over there to Dominican Republic or Brazil or somewhere and go ahead and find me a husband. Someone who appreciate my American privilege. I think the difference is I'm going to know that they know and they know that I know that they just here for my American privilege. And I picked them because they look good, because we got a lot of fine men over here in America. So they got to look good if they coming over here. And I'm going to make sure that they know that they have to spend all their money on me. They have to be part of their culture, that they spend all their money on me, on the woman. And I think I can train them to cook and clean. I don't know. It depends on the culture, but I think that's something I can work on. And yeah, because the American men over here that I've met and I've dated, they're not American and right. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and find me somebody over there that I can train to be an American right. You know, I can teach them to American right. So, yeah, I'm gonna be a passport sister. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Assalamu alaikum. Oh,
No.
this is my brother.
Rewind. You bring your brother straight to the table. Yeah, okay. That's new. Salam, brother. Alrighty. It's a party. I feel like I'm being ambushed because I didn't know the brother was coming here. It's weird.
دونك نخلي خويا يسولها شويه نقول لها انا دابا في لو كادر.
He said that his brother gonna ask you some questions.
Okay. It's like a roller coaster ride.
وكدير في حياتها.
What is your work in America?
I'm a realtor and I have other businesses as well.
سولها علاش اختارت ماتش ميكر.
He said why did you go for matchmaker?
I've never had a boyfriend. They show me that they're liars. They show me that they're cheat.
هذيك الساعة علاش صافي كتهرب من هذيك العلاقة ما كتكملش معاهم.
اوكي. ولا ماشي ممكن يكون البلوكاج منها هي.
Don't you think that it is a problem on your side?
Why? I thought I was tripping. Baby, ain't no issue on my part. But right now, you're definitely giving me red flags. Honey, I've done the work. What is your problem?
دونك السؤال.
Everybody.
Bonjour. This is my mother. My father.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are you? It's for you. Oh, thank you. Oh.
انت دابا غادي ديري الغول اللي غادي نكمل.
خلي ندخل.
I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. His parents came in very quickly, so I didn't really understand what he was saying. I got confused, and Tanika's vibe changed also.
اسمحوا لي تشرحي على هذه. اسمحوا لي.
He said, excuse me, he's coming back.
Who go on breaks on dates?
I'm maybe a work break?
سيري للدار. غادي تعصبيني الوالده الله يرضى عليك. اجي معي.
I'm trying to see what's going on from the peep of my eye. Nina looking from her side, trying to see what's going on. That's date.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is Dennis Spurling, Uncle D, the Blizzard King, podcaster, attorney, and author. And we are here today to have another barbecue. All right. So what we see and what we've seen is a backlash against black men specifically, men in general, but black men specifically, traveling overseas. Shout out to all the passport bros. These are men going overseas to get more fit, feminine, cooperative women who don't see submission in marriage as a dirty word or slavery. Nevertheless, because we have a lot of masculinized women, they think they can do what the men do. Yes, they do. They think that they can take their passport broad self overseas and find them a man that is going to submit to them. Okay, that these queen, mother, goddess, princesses think that they are going to be able to go to a country and get men to submit. At first, they was totally against it. First, they were like, y'all lame. Then we found out they've been paying for it down in Jamaica, paying for that bamboo, getting their backs blown out in Jamaica for about 30 or 40 years. Matter of fact, it's books written on what they've been doing down in Jamaica, okay? On top of that, come to find out, our investigative journalism has revealed that they've been down there doing dirt to underage boys, 16, 15, your children ain't even safe. You understand what I'm talking about? So nevertheless, what we're going to do is we're going to continue on this war path of exposing these lovely ladies for the horrible selves that they demonstrate to the world that they are. And we're going to keep on letting them have it. Nevertheless, before we get going good, I want to make sure I give a big shout out to Mr. 43TX. Thank you so much for that $19.99. Also, Rodney Woods II. I woke up early. I jumped in that butter, started flipping folds, and the Vogues burned rubber. I swarmed and I swang. That's what I'm talking about, baby, already. Simon Morton said, enjoy your shows about Black history. Very educational, sir. I try to sneak it in. Between the ratchetness, I try to throw in a few facts, because if I threw in too many facts, then they're going to be like, I don't want to watch that. See, people, I know my people. My people like a little hog slop. So if I can get some nutrients in there, some vitamins and minerals up in there, then I'm going to do that. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get it in there because, you know, they don't like, it's like trying to give a baby Brussels sprouts. You got to like pour chocolate on top of it. Nevertheless, thank you so much, Simon Morton. Big shout out to the Wrench Mob, Broken Blade, Arrowhead. Who else you got up in here? MC Recovery, all the members. Shout out to all the members, man. Big shout out to that. Who else we got? Senyoke, thank you so much, brother. Who else? Michael J. Who else, man? Where we asleep with the third eye open. All my guys up in here. Make sure I acknowledge them, man. My Wrench Mob, my members, man. Got to make sure we give love to all the members. Who else? Yeah, that's that. We good. I think we got everybody. Nevertheless, y'all hit the #1 button and let's go ahead and get this conversation rolling. Let's get the barbecue on the grill. Okay. Big shout out to Senyoke. Thank you so much for the Cash App. And I want to make sure I give a shout out to the people who send the Cash App, man. They doing the extra stuff. Who else we got up in here, man? Mr. Allen, Terrell, Kim Neal, thank you so much. Lewis, thank you. Ashton Mulhey, Lim Hendricks, Edward Thomas, James Will Weeson, Christopher, Everett Blake Swain II, Aaron Hughes, all you guys, thank you so much, man. The Cash App is, of course, at the bottom of the screen. But let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. Now, here's what I want you to understand. We want to go ahead and examine this video footage.
My brother.
Let's look at this. So apparently this is this young lady's second date. Now she's flown to the country of Morocco. For you guys who don't know, Morocco is actually, shout out to Jerome Payne. Morocco is on the northwest corner of Africa. So it's in northwest Africa. It is a Muslim country. The people look fair-skinned. They look like you would think a typical Arab person would look. Shout out to my man, Joan, the Panay Tigress. Big shout out to you. Always good to have Joan up in here. Okay? Now, again, so she's a woman that has traveled overseas to get a husband on this TLC A&E show or whatever. Okay? So she's in the Muslim country. The first thing I want you to notice is that she is not covered up from head to toe. Matter of fact, the only thing she has covering her head is that horse hair. Somebody put in the chat room. Somebody put these horses is running in the chat room. Okay, that's what she got. She's not covered up. No hijab, no nothing. All right, that's the first thing you know. She's being greeted with assalamu alaikum. Okay, that's what we see going on. So these people don't speak English. Apparently, some of them do, but not so much. Big shout out to Eugene Still. He says, it's just me, or do I need to hear a passport bro acting arrogant in front of a woman and her family like April and this lady does? Yeah, let's inspect this. Let's put our little inspector glasses on and take a look at this foot. I'm just trying to let you see what's happening. She's in Morocco right now. Okay, let's listen.
Assalamu alaikum.
She's shaking hands. Okay.
Oh.
It's my brother.
His brother has showed up. Now, apparently, this is his second date. Accordingly, the first date apparently went well. And so this is the second date. All right. And in the second date, she's meeting the brother. That's the interpreter. Okay, this is who we got here. Let's keep listening.
Rewind. You bring your brother straight to the table.
Why do you bring your brother straight to the table? Because that's how people in that country do it. That's something you should have looked up. Okay? But what you also need to notice, LaBoo, is there's a lot going on right now. You are on an interview. Okay? Because when you marry someone in another family, in these foreign families, you marry the whole family. So they want to see if they can get along with you. But let's look. I want y'all to put y'all antennas up and check out the attitude that you can sense. That's black girl attitude. Let's listen.
Okay. That's new.
It's new to you. It ain't new to everybody else.
Brother. Alrighty. It's a party.
It's a party. No, it's not. It's the Inquisition, LaBoo. That's what's going on. You should have brushed the weed. Where your weed brush at?
I feel like I'm being ambushed because I didn't know the brother was coming here. It's weird.
Let me explain something to you. So the first thing women try to do when you meet them is they try to separate you and isolate you from your family so they can control you. Some of you guys know that you've had girlfriends and they don't want you hanging out with their friends. They may not outright say, I don't want you to hang out with your friends, but they'll say stuff like, oh, you going to hang out with Bob? I don't trust Bob. I don't like Bob. Bob is kind of shady. Or some of them may outright lie. Bob kind of like flirted with me a little bit. That's your friend, just to try to drive a wedge between you and your friend. They'll do the same thing to your family members. They'll find a reason not to like certain members of your family. They'll call you mama's boy so that you don't, so you now you shame to want to go around your mother. This is what they do. So when you get a woman who's trying to stick her claws in the man, who comes from a matriarchal society like Blackistan here in the USA, now she's realizing, damn, I feel surrounded, I feel ambushed because I got all these family members. They're not going to let me control this man. He's not by himself. You see? Matter of fact, it looked like I'm going to have to conform to what they want as opposed to them conforming to what I want. Because remember, I'm the queen mother goddess. All right? And I'm trying to install this. You know that movie Alien, when the little alien go in their mouth and stick that shit in their chest and then it pop out? That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to infect this dude with a queen mother goddess alien chip, right? And she can't do it because there's too many people around deprogramming. Keep listening.
He said that his brother gonna ask you some questions. Okay. It's like a roller coaster ride.
See how uncomfortable she is? I'm going to leave, and my older brother, is going to ask you some questions. You understand what I'm saying? But see, older brother sees you clearly for who you are. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Listen what he asked. What do you do for a living?
You work in America. I'm a realtor, and I have.
You're a realtor. Is that the correct way to say that? Realtor? Or real estate agent? I don't know if realtor is a word. Let's keep.
Other businesses as well.
I got other business. What you do? Eyelashes? Come on, what you do? You be ordering that hair for people? You do real estate on the side? I don't know. Come on. In other words, why do you choose matchmaker? You got all those men over there in America. You came way over here to Morocco. You can't find a man in America. That's red flags off top. See, here's the thing, ladies, you got to understand. And fellas, I want you to understand this. People overseas understand why men will leave the United States to find more fit feminine women. What they don't understand is why a woman with all those men and all this penis available in the United States, all they got to do is lay down in the middle of the street and somebody will come hump them. Why do you have to come all the way to Morocco and you're not from Morocco to get a husband? That's a red flag right there. That's why that's his first conversation. And then watch how old buddy, like my man Slick, big look at him sitting back there like a young Pablo Escobar with the head leaning through the glass and the pink coat on. Look at that. Look at that.
Said, why did you
like a Muslim Andrew Tate or something like that.
go for a matchmaker?
I've never had a boyfriend. They show me that they're liars. They show me that they're cheat.
He's saying, I had boyfriends. Strike. So you're not a virgin. Okay, baby, you tainted. Somebody type tainted in the chat room. Tainted. You tainted, LaBoo. You tainted. You've been. We don't know where you've been. You've been in them streets. That's strike. Y'all don't believe that's a strike? Look how quick. I want y'all to see how quickly this escalates. All right. Now she said they're either liars or cheaters. All the men you choose are liars or cheaters. Gee,
علاش صافي كتهرب من هذيك العلاقة.
That's behavior that she can't get along with. See, here's what she don't realize. What she don't realize is she's in the Muslim world. He might have 4 or 5 wives before it's all over with. Cheating. It's institutional over here. What you cheating? She don't even know what she getting into, man. She don't know. Look at her eyes. She look like a little deer in the headlights. She's got to explain herself. Can you imagine that? You got to explain yourself and your deeds. Might like being at the pearly gates. Praise God. Anyway, let's continue listening to the old girl over here. Listen to what happens next.
كتكملش معاهم.
اوكي. ولا ماشي ممكن يكون البلوكاج من ناحية.
Don't you think that it is a problem on your side?
Oh, do you think it's a problem on your side? Huh? Look at her face. You look. She ain't never been hurt. She trying to rewrite. She having a computer programming malfunction. She ain't never been checked like that. You've dated other men. You came all the way from America. So you're not a virgin. You got that's 2 red flags. And now you complaining about men being cheaters and lies. It's maybe it's you. She ain't never, big brother just let her have it. Pink coat just let her have it. He let her have it. Look.
Why?
Why? What you mean why? Accept fault. It's your fault, LaBoo. You let all them men run through you and they cheated on your ass. What you mean? Look, they laughing at her. Look at they roll like. Look how they laughing. My man want to bust out laughing. And look, it escalates quickly from here. Look, check this out. That's 3 red flags inside of like, how long we been going? That's 30 seconds. And you already got 3 red flags, boo. This is the Indianapolis 500. You out of here. Go. You go. You come on, hit the pits. You gone. 3 red flags. Bam, disqualified. Look at this. I want y'all to check out the rest of this. They laughing at her. She just look.
Thought I was tripping.
You wasn't tripping. You wasn't tripping. I thought I was tripping. You wasn't tripping.
Baby, ain't no issue on my part.
It is plenty of issues on your part. What you mean? You had to travel all the way to Morocco, not Monroe, not Mobile. You had to travel to Morocco. What's that, like 3 flights? You had to travel all the way to Morocco to get a man. Huh? and they're all cheap. Huh? That's what I'm saying. It was
But right now, you're definitely giving me red flag.
Who giving you red flag? It's the big brother. What you mean we definitely giving you red? You the one giving off the red flags.
Baby, ain't no issue on my part.
Yes,
but right now, you're definitely giving me red flag.
But see, this is what I want to know. The brother is asking you these questions and you answering them honestly. And you hear yourself and you like, damn, I read like a hoe. A delusional hoe. Somebody type delusional hoe in the chat room. That's how you read. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You read real bad, and now you just hear yourself in the atmosphere. Look how they looking at. Look at this cold pimp stare. My man do need to work on that line though. That line up. That line ain't hot. He definitely got a little Nigerian in him. I can tell. Shout out to all my Nigerian brothers. He got that Nigerian hairline though. I can say that. That's like a mother. That's like a pompadour. His hairline is way back here. He ain't got a forehead. He got like a 16 head or something like that. Damn, look at that, boy. Look at that hairline. God, to be more careful. Anyway, but he got them cold questions. He thinking. I can see him thinking from here. Let's keep going.
Honey, I've done the work.
You ain't did nothing. You had not done no work. Okay? You've been in them streets, miss. Okay, you've been in the streets. That's what's we finding out. Okay, you've been in the streets, and on top of that, you've been getting cheated on a lot by everybody. So that means you've been around the block. Hell, you done been around the goddamn neighborhood, apparently. But let's keep watching.
What is your problem?
It ain't nobody's problem. You're just asking you some basic questions.
Everybody.
He said, I have one more question. And then guess what? That's the mama and that's the daddy. And watch how quickly this escalates. I want y'all to look at the daddy eyes and look at the mama eyes. Look at them. Look at this.
Bonjour. This is my mother. My father.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Now, I'm going to just point out something. You don't even get up. You don't give a hug or nothing like that. Huh? Look at my man. Look at them. Look at them. Hey, how you doing? We know these smirks. We know what this facial expression is. All of us recognize this. Like, okay. Yeah, I brought you some flowers. Here you go from the gas station. Look at it. Look.
Nice to meet you.
He barely shook her hand. Look.
How are you?
It's for you.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that. Like she reading the room. Everybody's reading the room, but boom, Keisha over here. Everybody. When you see the mama face though, like, yeah, okay, that's her. All right then. I'm out. Look at my man. Oh, my man, look at my man's face. He already got the word. Mama gave him that look. He been looking at that look for 20-some years. This ain't it. Mama just said, no, this ain't it. Look how quick this shit escalate, man.
I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. His parents.
You know what's going on? The parents are looking at her like, hell no. Dad walked in, walked out. Mom gave her son that look. Like, you better not bring that hot mess to my house. She's everything we thought she was. That's exactly what they said.
Came in very quickly, so I didn't really understand what he was.
He came in, Dad came in quickly, gave her a look, and said, we doing this for the TV show. Get your shit and let's go, partner. Stop playing with me.
Saying, I got confused, and Tanika's vibe changed also.
Look at the bro. Look at it. Look. Excuse me. Please explain to her what's going on. Look, no handshake. She like, you see that? You see how quickly that escalated?
He said, excuse me, he's coming back.
He said, excuse me, I'm coming back. Yeah, right. Look at that. Keep
Who go on breaks on dates?
Who take breaks on dates? The date is over. Somebody type, the date is over in the passport, lady.
Maybe a work break?
No, ain't no need to look back. You ain't gonna see him no more. He gone, him, his brother, his mama. They done met outside. They headed home. They done with you, okay? Stick a fork in it. This little brown turkey from America, we done with her. Go home. Mom, please. You're going to drive me mad. You say, we going home. You getting your ass up out of here. Get your ass up out of here. They spit that blah, 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 and they got the fuck out. They gone. Cussing his ass out. How dare you bring that black ass motherfucker to my rude ass bitch? I gave the bitch flowers, spend my money. Get your ass home. With a goddamn TV show trying to be damn popular. Get your ass in the goddamn car. Let's go. That's what she's saying. I know damn, but that's what the hell she's saying.
I'm trying to see what's going on.
I see what's going on. You've been left on the date. Okay? That's what happened. Okay? That's you've been left on the date, LaBoo.
From the peep of my eye, Nina looking from her side, trying to see what's going on.
They know what's going on. This date is over. That's what happened. The date has ended. They saw you, they took a look at you, and they got up and got in the wind. Nevertheless, I'll be right back. And you know what we're going to do, man? We're going to have us a barbecue. I'll see you in a minute. Praise the Lord.
There you go.
Make these suckers recognize I ain't playing ho. If you violate off the top trick, you gotta go. I done hell in a lot of shit, and I'm about to flip. Now I think it's time to show you bitches who you fucking with.
Oh man, welcome back. Somebody type the date is over in the chat room. The date is over. You got a non-traditional broad from the US of A who wants a traditional man from a place like Morocco. See, here's the thing I want you fellas to understand, and we talk about this on my page extensively. These women have been doing the passport chick thing for years. Men never complain. We never complain about the whore trips to Jamaica. Never said nothing about the girl trips at all. But see, here's the thing. The only reason I'm even commenting on these rotten broads is because as of late, they've had a lot to say about black men traveling overseas. You see? So since you ladies, you want to make our business your business, I'm going to take every opportunity to make y'all's business our business. And we're going to get all up in it. You understand? Now, here's the thing I want you ladies to understand. What man in his right mind, unless he's a weak man or some sort of Pookie and Ray Ray fresh out of prison and desperate, can't get a job and needs to do some couch surfing for a little while. What man other than that wants to would want a masculine energy woman that's loud and aggressive with fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake nails, and fake everything else? Huh? And here's what I want you to understand. Around the world, there's only one group of women who are known for being strong, independent, and don't need a man. There's only one group of women around the world known like that. So why would any group of men in their right mind want to voluntarily be with a woman like that or women like those? As opposed to a fit, feminine, beautiful woman who'd be cooperative and submissive. And so what we're going to do is, in your failed attempts, me and the fellas are going to laugh our ass off as you broads try to export that Black American matriarchal programming. We're going to watch you fail, and we're going to laugh at it. See, you got these females flying all over the world to meet men. And no man respects that, ladies. Let me run that back to you. You flying all over the world, just like that big brother. Why you come over here? No man respects that. Men are hunters. So the question is, why are you Black American women acting like men? Men of other countries are not going to take you serious. They seeing you for what you appear to be. And that's a bunch of traveling hoes. Somebody type traveling hoes in the chat room. That's what I see, and that's what they see, because men are all the same. First of all, let's examine your poor manners. Not standing up when greeted. That's out of pocket. The lady didn't stand up. That's a huge sign of respect, especially when you're dealing with older people. That's just universal. This woman is obviously ignorant. You're not going to get anywhere fast with that type of demeanor. She should have been anxious to try to do her best to respect these people's culture. But see, the problem is all she knows is this American dysfunction. That's it. Those parents came to bring flowers, and she couldn't stand and embrace the mother. And the mother had to bend down and embrace her. It's little things. You always stand up to greet people when they come to you. When she didn't stand up to greet the parents, they labeled her. What was the label? Where my Muslim friends at? They labeled her haram. That's an Arabic term that means forbidden and unlawful. You already have 4 strikes, and then you got another one. See, Muslim families, just like many other traditional families in South America, Africa, they're very involved in their kids getting married, as families should be. And the reason is because you're not just marrying the individual, you're marrying the family. So why wouldn't you want to meet the family? And here's the thing, the fact that they took time out their busy day to come meet you, it says a lot. But the problem is, ma'am, and all you other ladies out there who are traveling overseas, like the one we talked about the other night, you confirm what they all thought about American women in general and Black American women specifically. Everything they see on YouTube, everything they see on TV, you're disrespectful and you're self-absorbed. You're not a shining example. See, the difference between Black men and Black women is that our image is horrible overseas. And so when we go over there being polite and thankful and loving and appreciative, they're like, oh my God, this is nothing like what we thought. These guys are wonderful. You see? I'm surprised, based on the reputation that Black American women have right now, I'm surprised that this young man was even willing to meet or allow Boom Keisha to meet his family with that nasty, smelly weave. She didn't even bother to cover her head up. Sitting there with that Black girl attitude. Even on mute, I feel her bad attitude. She trying to flex and looking stupid. You see? She trying to flex. I'm overseas, meet me a man, blah, blah. I don't need these Americans. And you looking stupid. And what do? They put that American attitude in check. They left it right there. She's in somebody else's country. So the rules don't revolve around her. You're not the queen anymore, LaBoo. You just another Black chick in Africa, baby girl. And this is something she was unaware of. She was disrespectful. She was loud. She was unrefined. And so my question is, in what universe is a well-to-do Arab man who's family-oriented going to want her? Huh? These men demand a lot from their women. And one of the main things is submission. Somebody type submission in the chat room. Because see, in America, amongst these, that's a dirty word. See here, let me tell you something else, LaBoo. Somebody type LaBoo in the chat room. All my New Orleans people, LaBoo. Let me tell you something else, LaBoo. Listen up, you heard me? If you ain't about that submission, if you're not willing to voluntarily submit, they will beat you into submission over there. This ain't America. And now let me go back and break this down for you folks. They saw the red flag. Big Brother came through to see the red flag. He was over there acting like daddy's agent. Let me point out a few. When they ask you the question about your exes, basically you demonstrated that you have accountability problems. The fact that you had an issue with the family. When a family comes, that's part of the tradition. That means you're involved with the whole family, not just him. And you rejected that. So that means you're not family oriented. So you lack accountability. You're not family oriented. Whenever somebody's mom and dad comes as a woman or a man, you should stand up and greet them. with proper care and respect, which he didn't. So now you got lack of accountability, not family-oriented, and disrespectful. So what you think is going to happen after that? Huh? At some point, this man is going to say, sorry, but you and I are not going to work. I wish you good luck in the near future. And that's what you see he did. He dipped on her. You understand? See, that lovely lady made the lunch all about her. She made that particular setting all about her, like she was the queen. When in reality, that's not how it goes. Big brother and the family were vetting her to see what kind of wife and mother she would make. Somebody type wife and mother in the chat room. Somebody type wife and mother in the chat room. See, my passport bros, my passport kings, somebody type passport kings in the chat room. Somebody type blue book gentlemen in the chat room. Somebody type passport bros in the chat room. My brothers are looking for wives and mothers for their children. They're looking for a wife and mother for their children. Unlike us who go off on our own, this man brought his family who can see you from all angles. Whether or not you would be past the test of being wife and mother. And she failed miserably. And he called her out on it, and he got up and gave her the deuces. And she didn't get it. She didn't get it. Just as dunce as can be. She didn't get it. It's you, baby. You're the issue. She literally didn't know how to read the room. I guess the little weave was covering up her eyes and clogging up her ears. You didn't know how to read the room. See, what transpired was, what came through clearly to that family was your westernized feminism, your entitlement, your superiority complex, your propensity for zero accountability, and the fact that you were completely delusional. And because of that, they got up and left your ass right where you were. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel right now. Boom. Welcome back to the late night hype with Uncle D. And we talking about these lovely ladies going overseas, failing at foreign love. Somebody type failing at foreign love in the chat room, baby. So basically what we talking about is a show where a young woman went overseas, not to the Dominican Republic, not to England. This woman went to Morocco, of all places, a Muslim country, a very conservative, traditional country. A Black American woman, to say the least, a non-traditional woman, a woman who couldn't even submit to a Black man in America. Black men being the most egalitarian group of men on the planet. We let you have say so. We were raised by women. We don't put women in their place. We don't get you 5 across the cheek when you say something crazy. That's not how we were raised. As big and strong and muscular and tough as Black men are, we listen to women. We will give you a seat at the table. Women always say, what do you bring to the table? In other countries, bitch, you don't even get to sit at the table. You might serve the table, but you don't do nothing at the table at all. You have no say-so in most of these countries. Black men will let you be free and do whatever the hell you want to do. That's it. That's how we are. You can't handle that? You prefer to find a husband in one of the most conservative, traditional countries on the planet? How you gonna make that? See, they got this old saying. Let me tell you these old sayings. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Y'all heard that? Huh? I heard that. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That don't apply here, ladies. The goose and the gander thing, more likely than not, that's not going to work for you passport ladies. That's not going to work for you women going overseas. Because, see, men are looking for women who are softer and more feminine. Men from America, black men, white men, we're looking for women who are more receptive to following instructions and being cooperative and submissive. We're looking for more traditional women, not necessarily pushovers, but someone we can work with. You traveling hoes can't do what the passport bros do. And you women have to understand, there is a double standard that comes when it comes to men and women and the roles they play outside of America. It is what it is. Those are just the facts. You got to deal with it. She gonna learn today. And let me tell you what these black American women are looking for overseas. They're looking for men. They say they want traditional men. That's not what they want. Listen to them. Remember the conversation that took place the other day. The young African American woman who was going down to the Dominican Republic. What does she want to do? She didn't want a traditional man. She wanted a man she could dominate. These black American women are going overseas looking for men they can dominate. They want to be able to dominate them with their money and their education. That's how they plan to control them. Well, I have more money than you, so you just have to listen to what I have to say, Hamed or Jose. They're looking for men who are more liberal than the typical black American man. And really you just don't get that much more liberal. You ain't gonna work. That's just highly unlikely. Because largely those men don't care about your degrees or your money. They're men and you're going to submit to them, especially in their countries. You lovely African American ladies, you think you're gonna go overseas and get the same outcomes that you get amongst black American men? We soft. I tell black men all the time, you the softest, nicest dudes on the planet. You too damn nice. You're too damn nice. And that's why your women don't respect you. You're too damn nice. You're too easy to get along with. You're too amenable. It's your fault they running crazy. It's your damn fault. If you was a little hard on them, they might have got in line. If you stood your ground, let's get in line. But you won't. You're too soft. Your queen mother goddess simp chips are working overdrive. They red hot. See, what's happening now is these lovely ladies are coming to determine when you're in these other people's country, you got to follow their rules and their culture. She's going to have to leave that toxic Western culture behind. Or they're just going to use you for your cat, if that, and leave you in your dust, like you seen what old buddy did. Got up and walked out, tell her what is going on. Hello, bye. And got up and left. You black American women who are traveling overseas, you got to understand, black men are leaving you. They're leaving the West to get away from women like that. And let me tell you a secret. Non-white countries other than England and France and Germany, they're more conservative. They're not more liberal. These men in these non-Western countries, they're not going to deal with your crap. They're not going to let you get away with what you get away with in the West. And let me tell you something else. You're not under the protection of the U.S. laws when you go over there. American women, that programming only works here in America. Those other places really don't want American women. They don't have the problems that American men have. And they don't want you bringing them over there. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Oh, if she got her nipples pierced, got ass from here to here, then you know that she's a hoe. If she's on Instagram, her bio is an OnlyFans, she's out there selling that thing. See, I know you gon' trip finding out that your chick in Vegas drunk on the strip with no panties on. I know that you gon' say that your chick ain't that way. Miami, DR, Dubai, but you didn't go. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time you know. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time you know.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. Look, we're an hour into this thing, man. We got to get these super chats up. Y'all got to pay me for my time. I'm going to open up the broadcast in a minute. Not yet. I'm going to open up the broadcast in a minute. I got a little bit more barbecue to put because I want to talk about these racial issues that she don't seem to understand that she's dealing with. And I also want to talk about, men in Muslim countries specifically and how they act. So y'all need to get these super chats up. Pay me for my time. I'll be right back. When you do, we need the super chats to get up. I'm looking for a dirty 30, baby. Okay, I'm looking for that dirty 30. Nevertheless, man, y'all go be with Jesus until y'all get them super chats up. We'll be right back, man. All right, we getting there. We need another couple of more super chats. Come on, we need 9 more super chats. Make it happen, and I'll need 7 more super chats. Y'all got to pay me for my time, baby. We'll change it up a little bit so y'all can feel it. 7 more super chats.
Under the blood, Jesus cover me under the blood. Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Jesus, you may cover me under the blood. In the morning when me wake up, and the blood of Jesus me take up. And when me feel like me, I go break up. Put the blood on me face just like a makeup. In the morning when me wake up, and the blood of Jesus me take up. And when me feel like me heart break up, put the blood on me face just like a makeup. Under the blood, under the blood, Jesus cover me. Jesus, you can cover me. Under the blood, me say me.
3 more super chats and we'll be back. Come on. We need one more. I know y'all gonna give me one more super chat. I know you're gonna pay me for my time. I want to get this thing back cracking. First thing, I want to give a big, super duper big, way up there shout out to my man. Let me see where he at. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Horses. Original Prince EQ. Big shout out to you. You getting the Robin Rose. He said keep it pimping, baby. Keep it popping and pimping. You know what I'm saying? Pop the collar. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the $100. Big shout out to Quiet Storm. Who else? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play a little music as we as we sing off the people who are paying. Thank you for paying me for my time. You know what I'm saying? Uncle D, I eat what I kill, man. So we gonna big shout out to you for paying me for my time. This is some mood music for you. But yeah, let's go ahead and read that, man. Big shout out to everybody who came through. MC Recovered Relapse, Quiet Storm, Mark the Freelancer, thank you for the $1.99. Red Pill Steven, thank you for the $9.99. The guy in the black suit toward the college fund for the Ice Princess. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Y'all make sure y'all go join Crimson Sun's page too. Volcanus, always good to see my man up in here. Volcanus, D is a legend. Never forget that chat. Super support Black Male Media. Thank you so much. my man, Simple Shit TV. Who else we got up here? And by the way, the link is in the chat room. Y'all come on in. I got a little bit more cooking to do, but you know, Uncle D had to go wash his hands in the kitchen, check on the tater salad. Anyway, Quiet Storm, thank you so much. Broken Blade, thank you for the $1.99. Jerome Payne, $1.99. Arrowhead, Young Blood, for the collection plate, thank you so much for the $2. Cerebral Inquiry, these 304s trying to have the whole world whip their ass. Yeah, they got ass whooping coming. Red Pill Steven, thank you so much. Mark the Freelancer, big shout out to you. Sleep with the third hour, thanks for the $5. The Quiet Storm, big shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for everybody who came through. Big shout out to everybody who came through on the super chats. My man Daryl Doss, Tony, thank you so much, Tony. And also 6XX, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, man, keeping this thing going. Thank you for paying me for my time. That says a lot. You see what I mean? A lot of people watch for free and they get so much good information on here. I try to make it educational, which is what I'm gonna do right now because I like to mix it up a little bit. But nevertheless, let's get back to this main focus. And what we're talking about is this young lady. And for those of you guys who don't know, I put this young lady up there. I'm gonna roll through this real quick. At this point, this young lady is over in Morocco. She's looking for a husband in Morocco, a traditional country. She's shocked when the guy she went on a date with brings his brother to ask her questions. And then the brother asks her some very questions she's not really ready for. The parents show up. She don't even bother to stand up. Mom gives her some flowers and gives her a hug. And then quickly, mom gives that boy that look. Look at that look. Get your ass up. And then guess what? She walks out the back door, and old buddy excuses himself and get up and leaves her right at the table. Assalamu alaikum, basically, just like they do in the mosque. I'll see you later, boo. Wouldn't want to be you. Anyway, Black Order, winner, my dear ladies, is here. Yes, it is a Quiet Storm. Mercer, Pam, thank you so much. So look, this is what you got to say. These women over here, they're so arrogant. Huh? You are so arrogant. You think you can go to a Muslim country and get a man and still act non-traditional? Are you kidding me? It's already hard. Look, it's hard for these American women to accept the fact that men outside of America don't want you as a wife. The men in America barely want you as a wife. That's why they're not getting married. 51% of black men aren't married and don't have children. That's for a reason. It's not that they can't get married, because 63% of black men who reach the middle class, by middle age, reach the middle class, so they could take on the wife if they wanted to. They just don't want your sorry self. What I'm looking at also is these men overseas, their families don't want you. That warped liberal mindset that you have. That I'm strong, independent, and don't need a man attitude is poisonous. You're not made to be a traditional wife. So stay your butt over here. Stay over here. I don't understand why you ladies are even going on these shows. Why are you modern women in general, American women, but especially black women? Who are you trying to outdo? You put yourself on these shows to get ridiculed. It's one thing for you to be an embarrassment over here twerking on tables, all that weave and eyelashes and shit. Why would you take that on the road? The KG Single Show, Pineapple, and these other dating shows. Why would you do yourself like that? Embarrassing yourself in front of the world. And then on top of that, when you go over there, you would think you would at least prepare yourself. A person who truly cares about the culture and the people but she's about to go try to find a mate. If you at least learn a couple of sentences. At least try to know something about the people's country. If they speak a different language. Let me give you something. Before you go to a country long term, try to learn 20 or 30 basic questions to ask, 40 or 50 responses. Learn to point out at least 50 to 100 different objects, curtains, tables, clothes, shirt, pants, shorts, socks, different kind of foods, door, window, car, building. What this will do is help you with the small talk, help you order food, help you in asking directions. This damn fool just flew to Morocco to find a husband and obviously doesn't know a damn thing about Morocco. She acted shocked when the family showed up. She thought it was weird. Yeah, as an American, it is weird for somebody to bring the family on the second date. But you're not in America. You took your dumb ass over there to Morocco to meet a man. You want a traditional husband, but you don't want to go with what goes along with a traditional husband. She needs to understand why he brought his brother to vet you. So she won't feel weird. Because if she thinks that's weird, it's going to get a lot weirder. It's going to get a lot weirder. You obviously didn't do a research on Morocco. Just like a lot of these, you didn't do your research on the Dominican Republic. You're not doing your research on West Africa. Their way of life, their customs. You need to understand that before you go. You're embarrassing yourself. That's the same thing I tell these passport bros. What's the first thing I tell you brothers? Learn the language, because if you learn the language, that's the keys to the culture. That's the basics that you can do. I tell these brothers that all the time. See, her problem is she don't feel like she need to change. Just like a lot of these women don't feel like they need to change. They have that accept me as I am mentality. You know what these bras say? I need a man with six pack, 6 figures, and 6 feet tall. He need to be a thug, but he also need to be educated. He need to love Jesus, but he also need to know how to throw them hands and be wholesome and be a good father. He need to be a good lover, but he also need to be loyal. You got to have a penis like a Shetland pony, but only be dedicated to me and don't look at no other women. And he need to rub my feet at night with all the corns on them. Well, what you bringing to the table? Accept me how I am. That's what you do. That's y'all. And that same attitude just got you looking stupid, boo. You just over there looking stupid. Now, let me tell you something that she really didn't understand that I'm explaining to y'all right now. I want you to hear me out. There's racial issues going on. Did y'all listening? And the link is in the chat room. I want y'all to come through. The link is in the chat room. You guys remember when I did that study a couple of years back on reparations? Where my Hebrew Israelites at? I gotta apologize to the Hebrew Israelites. Where my Hebrew Israelites? We've been calling y'all crazy for years now. At least since I used to see y'all up at Venice Beach back in the 90s. I'm like, these some crazy ass motherfuckers right here. We've been calling them crazy. But let me explain something to you. I'm not a hocus pocus type dude. But according to my research, I want y'all to listen to me. According to my research, West Africa was Muslim. However, there were different people, different tribes who still maintained their traditional African worship system. Let me say that again. West Africa was Muslim. Mansa Musa was a Muslim. The reason we know about him, he took that Hajj all the way to Mecca. West Africa was Muslim, largely. But the people who were outside of the main cities, they kind of were Muslim, but they still held on to their basic African traditions. Some people say that those people migrated there from somewhere else. Where you Hebrew Israelites at? They tell you that they came from the Promised Land or the Motherland or Jerusalem or Israel. Nevertheless, they had a certain set of values. And they held on to that irrespective of Islam. Basically, Islam was the language or the religion of the city people, the sophisticated people. When Mansa Musa took his trip, he brought back many Muslim scholars because he wanted West Africa to be more Muslim, traditionally Muslim. So what does that mean? Many of the Muslim scholars and many of the African leaders made deals with the European invaders and traders. They said, look, it goes against our tradition for you to take Muslims, whether they be sub-Saharan African or not. But these people who are not quite Muslim, you can take them. So what ended up happening was, now, of course, it's not consistent across the board, but bottom line is those people who were kidnapped oftentimes were those traditional Africans who celebrated their traditional African beliefs, not necessarily Muslim. And you had Muslim scholars saying that. Many of them lived in Morocco. I talked in detail about the names of those men. I read it out on my broadcast. Look up the broadcast while I talk about reparations. So now, as far as being a Black American in places like Morocco, you Black folk need to study Islam and the history of Islam and Arab culture and the hadiths and the sunnah. I hope I said that right. You need to understand how these people see you. There is a word in Arabic which means slave, which is synonymous with Black. Is it Ibn? What's the word for slave in Arabic? Come on, give it to me. What's the word for slave in Arabic? Huh? It's synonymous with Black. So now you got an American Black woman who's descended from enslaved people who were captured from Africa, that same region where she is, trying to marry a Muslim man in a Muslim country. What's wrong with her? You don't know? Islam started African slavery. The Islam, the Arabs were doing African slave trade 1,400 years before the first white man showed up from Europe. The Muslim scholars made it acceptable to capture the non-Muslim or off-brand Muslim Black Africans who occupied sub-Saharan Africa and West Africa. And they justified it through the positions of their holy men. Yeah, that family just didn't like your appearance. And although they might have been willing to look past it, you were fucking rude and disrespectful. So your appearance plus your mannerism made them just say, we're going to walk up out of here. Morocco has been traditionally color restrictive for thousands of years. There's a color caste system, and it's still in effect today. They prefer their sons to choose women of their own kind, meaning religion and skin tone. That sister got up there and said, we don't have anything in common. You damn right, not according to them. And you're going to have a hard time finding an Americanized Muslim that you have something in common with over there. It's a bumpy road for you. Another thing, even if you can get past that man, traditionally around the world, all you ladies, you need the family's approval. So you can't just put that roast beef sandwich on that dude and think you can mesmerize him. You still got to get through big brother and mama and sister and daddy. She should have done some homework before she took that flight. And the same thing goes for you brothers overseas. Do your research. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and money. Nevertheless, the rules are different for men. Are you a traditional? Can you provide? Are you a man? You're going to have a whole lot of love over there. Nevertheless, we got some fellas up in here. Brother Alvin Holden and Dr. Steele. We up in here barbecuing. You see, we flipping. Look at me. I've been flipping shit up. I got grease all on my head, sweating.
About 100 degrees outside, baby. But anyway, we got a lot of people up in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. YouTube is mad at me right about now. I don't care. I'm banning their trolls and shit and sending out copyright strikes. People, man, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what you. I don't care what you say, baby. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm ruthless over here, baby. But anyway, gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast. The link is in the chat room. You understand me? I am having a blast. I just look. Somebody write, "I told you so." Somebody write, "I told you so" in the chat room. I told you, ladies can't do what we do. The Queen Mother Goddess Sip Ship won't work. AWS 21st Street. Shout out to the original man. AWS 21st. Blizzard King. This is funny but serious. That American super delusional that they believe that most traditional men worldwide, they're gonna whoop your ass. That's what's gonna happen. Y'all gonna get a lot of traditional ass whoopings going overseas, thinking you can pull them same stuff. Then you're gonna come back with your ass, your two dotted eye, like you're gonna come back like that. Your lip hanging, he hit me. I don't give a shit. Took your black ass over there. That's what you shouldn't have goddamn did, Boom Keisha. Messing with them Arab men. You don't like your black ass anyway. After watching Fresh and Fit Alpha Male Strategy started supporting Passport Bros, when he saw the delusional women on those pods, hell yeah, you can't help it. We all logical men will eventually come to the same logical conclusion. That's why I know these simps are just doing it for the money. No logical man can conclude otherwise. Finding the love in the Dominican Republic. Thank you so much for the super chat. L Factor, good show, Uncle D. Always, baby. Let me see. Quiet Storm, Mercer. We got it. Okay, so we good. Alvin, what would you like to add to this thing, baby? What you want to say? Do you need to see the video again? I think we've seen it enough. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I mean, first of all, salute to you. Salute to the panel in the chat. What's up?
Yes,
I mean, one thing I did notice, she turned her head on the kiss to the mom, which is like extra disrespectful. I mean, that includes, so not only not getting up, but she, even when she went down to kiss her, she turned her head. That's an absolute no. And then another thing is, I don't know why they keep going on these shows. The people that put these shows on, they're not idiots, right? They're sending these girls over here to look stupid. And that's the thing, is like, they need to know that they're being sent over there. Like they're the joke.
They
are. Like they're the ass of the joke. And I don't know whether they're so, I don't like to use the word, they're so self-centered that they don't believe that, the joke is on them when the joke is clearly on them.
The joke is on them. They are looking like jokes. Dr. Steele, man. Look, Doc, man, look, bro. I don't want to be happy about these failures. That's ugly. I don't want to be ugly on the inside like this, but I take pleasure in watching them fall on their face and come and because these other men are quickly coming to the same conclusion that black men have come to. These women are not fit to be married and not to be wives. We got a nation full of whores. It's a whore mentality. Any woman that's worth marrying is already married. You understand? She's already married. She already taken off the blocks. That's what I find here in the United States. They so few and far between, they get swooped up real quick. They're already married. But what are your thoughts, Doc? What are your thoughts?
From this video and another video that I've watched, these women are embarrassing our country.
Ooh, strong.
Yes, they are embarrassing our country. When you go into another country, you represent the United States, whether you intend to or not. And twice where I've seen these women come into those countries, Dominican Republic, Morocco, embarrassing this country. Not only embarrassing this country, but worst of all, they're embarrassing the American black women.
Yeah.
They are an embarrassment. Because let me tell you something. If this Valentino guy or the guy you see in Morocco, right? How do you think they're going to react when they see another American black woman?
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely, but see, the thing is, man, Kevin Samuels highlighted their dysfunction every night for like 3 years. You see what I'm saying? But see, now they're seeing it up close and personal. I think that's what's going on. So it's really just No doubt. But see, this is what we've been saying for years. Like, it's not us. And I tell you, fellas, it's not us, it's them. Somebody typed, it's not us, it's them in the chat room. It's not us, it's them in the chat room. Albert, what else you want? What else are your thoughts about this? What about the fact that this woman didn't speak the language? She doesn't understand their customs. It seemed like she didn't even try to make an effort. What are your thoughts on that?
Saint Kevin said something once. He said, these ladies, the modern women, are lazy daters. Lazy daters. And that actually goes into what something you said earlier. They don't feel like they need to change, right? They don't feel like they got to do the work. They don't feel like they have to work on anything. They feel like they really truly feel like they are the table. I am the table. And the thing of it is that, again, no one else, like the black girl magic don't work anywhere else.
Ironically, she said, you heard what she said? I did the work. Clearly not. You didn't do the work, boo. You did not.
I mean, it was the same. It was the same. I'm a real estate. I got other businesses. We've heard it a million times before. It's like it's like a parrot. They say the same thing. It's a script. Like, we've heard it a million times before. She is no different than any other KK Keisha we've seen up and down the block any other time wearing a hair hat.
Ooh, wait, yeah, man. I don't. Go ahead, Doc. What were you saying?
She didn't even study Moroccan culture or customs at all either, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Al.
Well, no, between her and this other woman, it's like, how are you going to communicate through Google Translate? For real? You're going to go on national television on a show and try to pick up a husband and communicate with him via Google Translate.
I mean, here's the thing, to the greater point, and here's what I want you ladies to understand. You can't do what men do. Men and women are different.
That's crazy.
First of all, as a man in another country, they're going to let you get away with a lot more because you're a guy. They want you to be a little bit, they get it. You're going to be a little bit uncouth. You're an American. But as a white American women aren't traveling to Morocco to get husbands. Neither are Hispanic American. They're not Asian. They're not. Is it just black women traveling to these other countries to get husbands, especially a Muslim country? Think about that. You're not Muslim. You don't speak Arabic. You're not from Morocco. Why are you going to? What made you decide to go to Morocco? Go ahead. What else y'all want to add to this thing?
I understand now, how traditional these other countries are. Where in most of these countries, men lead their households. They are heavy on it. Right. But evidently, April did not understand that it was like that in the Dominican Republic, or this lady did not understand it's like that in Morocco.
Yeah.
I think somebody should have told these women. Or maybe somebody tried to tell them, but ignore them.
We tried to tell them, brother. They don't listen. Matter of fact, let's see what they say about these lovely ladies overseas. Hang out. Check. Let's a little blast from the past. Check this out.
And guess what? You're paying.
So all of us are trans? Yeah, that's the reason why you are just the most enrolled.
Ooh, it's a lot of bad blood out there, ladies. Y'all left a trail of bad blood out there. These women, shout out to my girl Joan. They have not forgotten those horrible things that you said about them. That's the other thing I need you to remind you of. These ladies overseas have not forgotten the things that Black American women said about them over the past year or so, as related to this passport bro fiasco. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So everybody saw that. It wasn't just men. So when you go on these dating shows They know you. They know you by your words and they know you by your deeds. I don't think it's going to work out very well. But anyway, let's do this real quick. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Y'all make sure y'all do what it do. Make sure you make it do what it do.
I want to see you win. And I put pressure on us men to understand how we did not get our masculinity training. And we have been doing our work, okay? But now it's time for you ladies to understand you're going to have to bet on us like you want us to bet on you. I talked to several men this week. I don't just get on here and talk shit. I have men I call around the world and I ask, what do you think about this concept? Level set me. Shout out to brother Dennis Spurling. Dennis, I'm not going to get, well, I don't want to tell people's business, but I'm going to tell you, high value men retire their women or make them come work for them. So ladies, what is it going to take for you to free yourself? Because you and I both know you're dying at these jobs. You're in a toxic.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast family, brothers. Look, so what we see here is an uptick in women going overseas, they're traveling overseas, looking for husbands. I try to explain to them, and I've been telling you guys all the time, and I say it all the time. Matter of fact, I got a t-shirt I wish y'all would buy called You Too Goddamn Nice. Let me remind y'all that I have paraphernalia that I'd like for y'all to buy. I've been getting about $50 a month. You know how long it took me to design all these damn t-shirts? I sat up one day with my lovely fiance, but nevertheless, the shirts say, you're too damn nice. What that means, what that translates to, fellas, is you're egalitarian. That means you're easier to get along with. That means you let women have say-so. You're kind to them. Matter of fact, when you go overseas, these women think you're nice. It's not just because you're an American. It's because you're soft. You're easy to get along with. They can manipulate you more so that they can do their local men. Here's a shirt right here. This should sell out. You're too goddamn nice. This should be a birthday gift for somebody who needs it. You understand what I'm talking about? You're too goddamn nice t-shirt. Okay? And I meant that for a reason. It's to remind you that it's okay to be the bad guy. You get pushed over. You get run over. These men overseas aren't dealing with that. Why would these women think they can come from here to go over there and try to control those men who are steeped in their culture and their masculinity? Why are they so delusional in that regard? Anybody can take that question. And the link is in the chat room. It's posted at the top of the chat. Why do they think they can do that? Go ahead, brothers.
They haven't had anybody tell them any different. I mean, they don't, but they really think that it's supposed to be the way that it is. You know, we were talking about, you know, when we were breaking down slave farms and breaking down how things were happening back in the history, and I was, you know, letting people know that Black women were the first group of people to get free health care. This was all the way back in the 1800s. They've been given health care because that was their labor. That was their job, to have children. So they got taken care of. They've always been taken care of in that respect. So there's a certain level of benefit. They were more valuable. Their bodies were more valuable than ours because they could give birth. It's always been that. That now, obviously, it's changed, but it's still the same.
What are your thoughts, Doc? What's gonna make them? Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
Nope. Nobody's checking them. Nobody's checking them. They've been lied to for so many years. You're saying now they teach them to be strong and independent, and they grow up, with this mindset. And now they have these attitudes, for so many years. Now they're going out of the country with that attitude, not knowing what these countries are about, what these men in these other countries are offering. It's just misinformation, and nobody checking them.
Yeah,
go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
And they're trying to punk these dudes into relationships. Your girl from the other way, he ghosted her, tried to be nice. She tracked him down and then tried to dress him down in public. You know what I mean? Yeah. Couldn't even speak his language. Trying to, how you gonna talk smack to somebody via Google Translator? I just don't understand that. I don't get that. And then this other guy, second date, meet the family, knows nothing about the culture, can't even speak the language. Right. Like, is that your best shot? Is that your best shot? Is that all you got? Is that it? Even in this country, these women, ask them. Go ask your nearest black woman when the last time she went on a real date where somebody picked her up, took her somewhere, actually like dated somebody for real. They don't. They have these like situationships. They sleep with a bunch of men. They find the one that's the most compromised, and then they have a baby with them. That's it.
I mean, let's ladies, I want you to see how you look in public. This is let me I want to enter. Let me show you right quick.
In, out. She got it. She got it. All right. In, out. In. This is the good coochie dance. In, out. In. Oh, let me teach you something. You go like this.
Look how everybody just look. I want you to let's watch. Look at that. Look at that. When she went down like that, I want y'all to see everybody's reaction. Look at my boy. Look at my boy. Like, I don't want to see this shit. They all sitting over there talking about her ass, sounding like a.
Can you go a little bit further earlier? A little bit earlier.
Say what? What'd you say, bro?
Can you go a little bit earlier?
Yeah, no problem.
Just a smidge earlier. Watch when the other two girls walk away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
Yep. When they're like, I've had enough of this.
In, out.
Like,
this is the good coochie dance. In, out. In. Oh, let me teach you something.
No, good.
You go like this.
I can't do that. Somebody type, I can't do that. In other words, I won't degrade myself like that. This is what we ask for. She's in India doing this. This is like a rapper or entertainer or something. This is the representation of black women around the world. Ladies, you should be ashamed of yourselves. But I want all you so-called good black women, I want you to listen to this. You let this shit go. It was funny to you. But they're exporting your reputation. It was bad enough when y'all was ratchet around here. But they're exporting before you even get there. The rest of the world's impression of black American women is this. Remember when that white woman said that y'all was out of control? Y'all didn't like her for that? Y'all remember that white woman? This is what they're exporting on your behalf. This is what you look like. It was all fun and games when it was around here. But this is what out of control looks like. You're out of control, ladies. You're out of control. You didn't want to hear from the black men who love you. And now you didn't want to hear from people like Kevin Samuels, who was trying to speak to you in a language you can understand, talk you for hours. And so now I ain't got nothing but the cold shoulder. We just gonna laugh at your asses. That's all, brothers. We just laugh because look, at the point where you got the majority of black men who say, I'm not getting married, I'm not gonna have children, I'm not doing it. And see, you call me the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Because I don't want to deal with this shit. If you had sons, you wouldn't want your son dealing with that type of shit. Look at this woman right here on the screen, man. She looks like a caricature.
Yeah.
Look at the hair. Look how she's dressed. All these people are covered up. Even the men are covered up. And she in there dressed like, a clown.
Yeah.
This is your representation. I mean, you got tattoos, mental issues, titties popped out, long ass, what's that shit? Strawberry shortcake, My Little Pony hair. You see what I'm saying? Aren't you embarrassed? And again, you good girls, you so-called good girls, y'all let this shit go. This on y'all. Because you wanted to be able to sink to that level of low if you wanted to. You wanted to be able to be a hoe and it not to be a thing. If you wanted to. Even though you're a good girl, you defended this horse behavior. Shout out to Cerebral Inquiry. Says, not us, it's these hoes, man. Cerebral attack on the clones. Yeah. The guy in the black suit. If you notice, many cannot provide intellectual conversation. Conversation consists of berating their prospective part. That's it. It's about control. What were you going to say, Doc?
Yes, just like what I stated early.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassing our country. Embarrassing American black women. It's a joke.
The truth is, white people shed this like water off a duck butt. We told you that's how they are. They ain't claiming us. White people say, see, we told you. That's why I don't talk to them when you come to this country. I try my best not to live around them. They use that. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah. That's exactly it. And like I said, at this point, you know, we talk about our image as black men. You know, they've done such a great job of destroying ours. I was telling the guys, it's only up from here. We're doing great. You know what I'm saying? We're doing great. Now we're starting to speak, and you're seeing us out here. You got brothers dressing up and looking nice, and you know, Kevin Samuels he didn't start a wave. He was part of a wave. He was a lot of a wave. Like, it's that good looking black man. And then your girl was just talking about, hey, look, these guys are down in Colombia. We are making moves. Yeah. And I feel it's.
And let me tell you, ladies, why you're not our problem. I got 128 seconds that'll explain to you why you're not our problem anymore. And the reason is because you told us that you wanted to be on your own.
I gotta ask this question. Because you're on this show with the cocktails with the Queen. And there's a reason for that. It wasn't to have you defend or not defend Donald Trump. It was about, I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women. And it's not, we're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And
you are mentioned. I mean, when you mention black people, you mentioning black women. So don't count yourself out.
No, that's not true. That's like administration say that when they
black people is not black women. Black women are not included in black people.
No, it is. But that's like, you know, that's like you saying. That's like when the president says minorities, then he's including black people. But we all know that that's not the case. Black women have specific needs that are not also being met. And we also feel that there should be some things that are specific to us in our plight as well. And I understand that. I feel like as a black man, you can lead. No, I feel like I just
offered y'all to write a section up for it. I just said I don't mind if you guys help us. If you guys help us write a section. You know, I've been open to all kind of experts in putting this together. It wasn't just me. We've dealt with experts in all fields of this contract with Black America. So we're willing to deal with experts in the section when it comes to women. So that's no problem.
Okay,
all right. So in the annals of time, when the social contract is rewritten, that particular moment, along with the moment that Kevin Samuels' death was celebrated by these women, will be something that'll be pivotal. These women, on behalf of black women, 5 of them, came to a consensus that we are a different political party. So ladies, in effect, what you've declared is you've drawn a line in the sand. You said you're not our problem anymore. Then when you laughed and berated Kevin Samuels, who was our chief negotiator, in his attempt to try to get you to lower your expectations. Anytime you're talking to a client, you're trying to, hey, look, I know you think your case is worth $1 million, but in reality it's worth about 50,000. And so what you have to do is you try to lower their expectations. That's all Kevin Samuels was doing. Remember, I explained to you guys that the social contract that we have between black men and black women has been breached. It was breached by black women when they opted for what the government offered. In other words, they said, look, we have an alternative source to get these same goods, your provision and your service, provision and protection. We can get this from the government. Fuck you. We don't want you. We moving away from the table. So that's been going on for 60 years. Black men have been working, to try to get you back to the table. Kevin Samuels came along and said, hey, look, I'm telling you, ladies, this is the last straw. Y'all didn't believe him. See, we were willing to play stepdaddy in the 80s. These days, it's very difficult to get these young brothers to not only get married, fuck playing stepdaddy. They don't even want to date single mothers. See, things are different. Kevin saw it coming. Kevin saw, because he was inundated with what's going on YouTube. He'd been studying it for 10 years, just like me. I knew about the MGTOWs. I knew about the passport bros. I saw it coming. Hell, you see the video where I say, welcome to the broadcast? I'm one of the original new age passport bros, non-military passport bros. You see what I'm saying? And so he knew that was coming. And he was the person with his finger in the dike. The finger in the dike. Never mind. Never mind. He was holding down the avalanche, keeping it from coming. And then when he passed away, y'all shitted on him. And now look what you got to deal with this. You had a year. And so it's only been 1 year. And the truth is, it's only been like 8 or 9 months of consistent. We were dealing with Kevin's loss for a minute. And it's only been 8 or 9 months of passport bros. And you bitches can't get a date no more. The clubs are emptying and out. Why would I spend $300 to get dressed up, buy an outfit, and go to the club when I can get a round trip ticket from Miami to the DR? You see what I'm saying? Brothers are looking at it from a perspective of money. Now, see, you ladies think you can do anything that men do because you're masculine. You think what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But it don't work like that outside the United States, ladies. It doesn't work like that. And now you got a rude awakening. And let me say it like this. Anytime you have the mainstream media talking about passport bros, it's a thing now. When I say it's a thing, it's like gangster rap. It's a thing now. This is going to be around for the next 20 years. This is going to usher in a new social order. The black men you see going overseas, they're going to come back with their wives because they have no choice but to. They're not going to date you. They know it's over there. They got jobs here. Yeah, they're going to go play for a couple of years. But when they get 35, 40, 45, 50, they be like, let me go ahead and take a chance and bring one of these women over here. Look, if you deal with a certain kind of woman long enough, you will develop a taste for that woman. There are black men who love black women. Love them to death. Don't want nothing but a pretty brown-skinned black woman with that African-American accent. But let them deal with them Colombian women for about 3, 4, 5 years. Let them eat off that plate. And their taste buds are going to change. Their taste buds are going to... I love black American women. But you know what? For the past 10, 12 years, I've only dated women from the Dominican Republic. And my fiance is from the Dominican Republic, even though by way of her American, she's born in the U.S., but she's still Dominican. She's made in America with Dominican parts. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's my taste. Thank God she's Afro-Latina. But this brother's going to the Philippines and Thailand and Vietnam. They developing a taste for those women, their customs, their attitude, the way they get down. And so tastes are going to change. The more these men once you let these tigers out the cage, they're going to develop taste for other things, and they're going to eat. You think this 51% of black men, these young men who've reached the middle class, they got money. You don't think they're looking at the internet? They ain't watching MSNBC. They don't give a shit that Joe Biden just got impeached. They trying to figure out where they going to go. It's motherfucking summer. Are we going to the DR, Colombia, or Brazil? I heard Thailand is the shit. It's this dude called Zoom to Thailand. I'm trying to go. You see what I'm saying? I got 3 weeks of vacation. We can leave out of New York, blah, blah. We can leave out of, you see what I'm saying? So things are changing. Ladies, you're getting left behind. And your feeble attempts to try to do what men do is going to fail. There's a wall up there in these other countries. There's a wall that's going to prevent you from doing what you do here. And let me tell you something. Sitting at the top of that wall is some patriarchal men that are not going to accept you, and some women that say, no, we like the way things are here. Maybe we would have listened to your ideas 2 or 3 years ago, but we've seen your ugliness. We don't want to be like you. Your own sisters don't want to be like you. Let me let you take a look.
So it's a village girl here, and I want to make something clear. There is this misconceptions that you ladies have that these men are coming to us because we are poor, because your dollar is expensive here in Kenya. You think life is cheap here in Kenya? $1 is equals to 1 loaf of bread. So why would you think that they are coming to us? What makes you think that we are poor? Okay, you're saying they're traveling for sex. So
you insulted your own African sisters. This is where our people come from. So you not only do you got Filipino women mad at you, women from Thailand, you got the white women looking at you like they always looked at you. You got your own African sisters looking at you sideways. And it don't help when you look at shit
Some
like
tourist woman go vacation in Jamaica, go rafting and have sex with them.
Funny thing is, I didn't know anything about the rafting part of that, but definitely on the resorts, they're having sex. Plenty. Rafting, I didn't know about that either, but, same so. Just strap it up. What's the big deal? Just strap it up, man. Strap it up. Use condoms. Stop judging people. They're there to have fun. If that's what they want to do, more power to them. I just suggest that they strap it up. That's it. That's all. I'm out.
You're going down there to Jamaica to get your backs blown out raw by hotel workers. That's what you ladies have been doing for the past 40 years in Jamaica. So let's count up your sins, ladies. You've been going overseas to have sex in the Bahamas and the Caribbean. White women going to Africa. They banned y'all asses from Zambia now, apparently. I heard 2 black women got kicked out of Ghana or something. You got Jamaican women saying, I don't want these black Americans. And they talking about y'all. They don't want you, but they're not talking about black men. They talking about you ladies. They don't want you in their shit. This is your reputation. And now you want to take that same horrible reputation and go to Morocco? To a Muslim country and get you a traditional man? Shit. Ice Cube has a better better chance in hell of surviving. And you have a chance of going over to one of these Muslim countries and getting you one of them traditional men and getting past their family. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Not a chance.
But you rather do all of this instead of reforming and being better women. Instead of crossing your legs, pulling your skirts down, stop getting all these tattoos, starting to behave like decent women, starting to get back to yourselves, your normal selves, your African selves. Instead of doing that, instead of loving who you are, stop trying to look like a white woman with that nasty weave in your hair that you've been having for 40 or 50 years now, just fucking up all of your grandma's rugs. You see what I mean? It's weave hair from 1993 in your grandma's rug with the plastic couch. Okay, it's weave hair from when you was in high school because you've been getting weave. We don't even know what the top of your head looks like. You've had a weave in your head from 1997 clear up to 2023. We've never seen you without your head, black woman. This is you. And you want to take that and export it? You look like a damn fool. Another black woman fails at foreign love. Dang. That's all we saying. And fellas, it's gonna get worse. Because see, they think they're men. This is the delusion of the modern Black American woman. They think they're men, and so they think they can do anything that men do. And let me tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna take their ass over there and they're gonna have problems, and then they're gonna start telling you, brother, y'all need to defend us. I promise you, they're gonna drag you in some kind of way. Y'all need to do a better job at defending us. I told you what they want to do when they want to get you over there and get you to protect them or whatever the hell they think that is involved. So, brother, what I'm telling you, look, man, wash your hands of this situation. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You can't save them. Save yourself, black man. That's it. That's all I got to say. Alvin is late. I don't know if you want to do a show about this, man, but I didn't hit all the points, I think. Dr. Steele, is always a pleasure to have you in here. Thank you so much. We got a whole lot of people, and people were shy. They didn't want to talk about it tonight, but that's okay. I think I said enough. J Moss, salute to the Blizzard King. Guests in the chat. Hey, man, look, actually, let me say this before I ease on up out of here. So all this fighting I've been doing with these trolls, I managed to free up all my music. So I couldn't play my music on my channel, but now after talking with my distributors and all the people that protect my copyrights, they're like, oh yeah, you can play it on your channel. We'll just strike all those people on those other channels if they don't have your permission. So yeah, man, I'm gonna start bringing. Remember, I used to play my little old school, my little all that shit. Yeah, man, I'm gonna start getting my numbers up, man. But anyway, man, God bless y'all. Love y'all, man. Brothers, hold your heads up, man. We're winning. Somebody type winning in the chat room. Somebody type black men winning in the chat room. It's like the universe is taking over this fight for us. We winning. We got money now. We got education. We got the pookies on the ropes. The lovely ladies are they don't know what to do. They catching fades. We winning. And we're going to keep winning. My man East Coast Kev said yes to flying overseas to Jamaica, tricking on Sean Paul and Shabaranks. Blood clot. One of them did that and came back with that monster. Yeah, I heard about that. But man, look, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Other than that, man, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. This is Uncle D. Big shout out to Alvin Holden. Big shout out to Dr. Steele. And as I always say at this time, man, this is Uncle D, and I am what? Out.